Okay guys, so we'll start with the numericals of B part, and as I told you, these are really interesting numericals. Now when I'm doing these numericals, before we start these numericals, it's better if you go through that flowchart which I explained in the last video, or if you've already noted down in your notebook, just go through that flowchart once again. It will help you. So these numericals, we'll be doing all the numericals from this B part, the unsolved ones, but I'll be not be doing them in the serial order. Okay, I'll be changing the order according to the type of the problem. So we'll go from the simplest one to the most difficult one, and I'll advise that you all also follow the same order in which I'm doing these problems. I'll explain you a few problems. If you feel confident, you can pause the video, you can try on your own. If you don't get, then you can again check the video. Okay, so first one I'm doing is the problem number 13. But before we start problems, I'll just tell you one more thing very important which will help you in all these problems is this calculation. Remember this calculation, that 42 into 8 is 336 and 42 into 54 is equal to 2268. If you realize something, 336 is what? Latent heat of fusion, and 2268 is the latent heat of steam. And not 42 but 4.2 is the specific heat of water. So we'll see later on how in some problems will be easy for you. I mean, if you use this formula, it will become very easy for you to calculate those. Now, so we are starting with the problem number 13 first. I'll read out the problem for you. You are asked to calculate the total amount of heat energy required. So what's the total amount of heat energy required to convert 100 gram of ice? So the mass of ice is equal to 100 gram to convert ice at -10 into water at 100 degree. So they are telling us that you want to convert ice at -10 degree centigrade. So ice at -10 degree will convert to what first? If you remember, it will first become ice at 0 degree. Ice 0 to what? Water at 0 degree. And water 0 to what? Steam at, water at 100 degree. So remember, if you converted ice -10 directly to water 100, it's not possible. You cannot do that only. Even if you do MC delta T from ice -10 to straight water 100, you get a wrong answer. You have to show all these stages. Now, the data which is given to us, the first data is that the specific heat capacity of ice, that's of ice, so I'll write the value here. It's given as 2.1 joule per gram per Kelvin. Then you are given the specific heat capacity of water. So where water will come where? Here. It's given as 4.2 joule per gram per Kelvin. And you are also given the specific latent heat of ice, L of ice. It's given as 336 joule per gram. And you're asked to find what? Total Q. Now guys, in this problem, if you notice first that we have mass in grams, which is not an SI unit, but don't need to bother about it because everything is in SI unit. So you can leave everything as it is only. No need to do any conversion out here. So now first we'll find out Q1. What would be the formula for Q1? MC delta T. Why did I use MC delta T? Because there is no change in the state. You can see there's a change in the temperature. Remember, very basic thing. If there's a change in the temperature, then you have to use the formula MC delta T. So mass is equal to 100, C is 2.1. What is delta T? So delta T is what now? 0 minus -10. That becomes how much? 10. Multiply, you will get 2100 joule. That's your Q1. Now let's find out Q2. What formula will you use in Q2? There is a change in the state, so we are going to use which formula? ML. One more very interesting thing, say by mistake you would have applied MC delta T here also, but you will come to know that you are going wrong. You know why? Because what would be your delta T here? 0. Then your Q would have come 0. So it's difficult to really go wrong in this. If you can still manage to go wrong, you have talent. Now what is the mass? 100. What is the L of ice? 336 and multiply by 100, so 33600 joule. Then Q3. Now we are finding what now? Heat in the third stage. Again there is a change in the temperature. We are going to use the formula mc delta T. Mass is 100, C of water 4.2. What is delta T? From 0 to 100, it's 100. Multiply, you will get 420 and then 2 more 0 joule. Now how will you find out total heat? So it will be Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. Add up all of them. So you'll have 2100 plus 33600 plus 42000. So 00 is there in all of them, right? Now 420 and 336, so that becomes what? 756. And then 756 plus 21. So you will get 777 777 joule. And if you want to show off, you can write 7.77 into 10 raised to 4 joule. That's a standard form. Okay, so this was 13th one. I am marking it as 1 star or 2 star, not because it's difficult, but it's a very standard type of a problem, and they do ask this type of problems also in the exams for 4 marks. That's why. Now the next problem we are doing is the problem number 2. Okay, you will be able to do problem number 2 on your own. So if you want, you can pause the video and try it on your own. Okay, pause it if you want to. I'm starting the problem. How much heat energy is released when 5 gram of water? How much heat energy is released when 5 gram of water at 20 degree changes into ice? So out here, water at 20 degree is changing into what? Ice. So see, first water 20 will become what now? Water at 0 degree. Water 0 will become what now? Ice at 0 degree. Right? Water 20 becomes water 0. Water 0 will become what? Ice at 0 degree. Now this is a reverse chain. Earlier we were going from ice to water, now we are going from water to ice. It doesn't make any difference for us to solve this problem. So our calculations, your methods and all, everything remains the same, except that here we are going to remove the heat. That's the only difference. So what would be the formula over here for water 20 to ice 0? We are going to use mc delta T. What are we going to use for water to ice? ml. So change in the states will be what? ml. Now it's given that the specific heat of water is equal to 4.2. So C of water is equal to 4.2 joule per gram per Kelvin. And you are given that the L of ice is equal to 336 joule per gram. Okay, note the unit is joule per gram, not joule per Kelvin. So those three are a little confusing: C, C dash and L. So be careful about those units. Okay, now next thing we will do, so we'll find Q1, then Q2, and then just add them. Correct? How will you find out Q1? mc delta T. So 5 into 4.2. What is the delta T? 20 to 0 is 20. 5 into 20 is 100. 100 into 4.2 is 420 joule. Again, what will you do here? ml. So mass is how much? 5. What is L? 336. 1680 joule. So what's the total heat? It will be Q1 plus Q2. Q1 is 420. Q2 is 1680. Add them. 2100 joule. That's the answer. So that gives you the total amount of heat, 2100. Okay. Now next problem that we are doing is the problem number 5. Okay, problem number 5, guys, is again, read the problem first. Read the problem in your textbook. Guys, in the problem number 2, problem number 5, a refrigerator converts 10 gram of water. So mass is equal to what? 10 gram. And water at 20 degree is converted into ice at minus 10 degree in 73.5 minutes. So time is equal to 73.5 minutes, which is equal to 73.5 into 60. So when you multiply this, it will come 4410 second. Now, so we have to convert water 20 to ice at minus 10. So water at 20 degree is converted into ice at minus 10 degree. So water 20 will become what first? Water at 0 degree. Water 0 will become what then? Ice at 0 degree. Ice at 0 will become what then? Ice at minus 10 degree. So now out here again, if you see, there are 3 stages. Okay, so first I want you to start trying on your own, write the formulas for all of them, for Q1, Q2, Q3, and start substituting also. Okay, now guys, we have to find out what the value of Q1. I hope you all have written already the formulas of Q1, Q2, Q3 or thought about it. Guys, first we'll do the formula of Q1. What is Q1 is equal to mc delta T. So how much is the mass? 10. C of water is given as 2.1. Delta T is 20. I'm doing this a little fast. You all can, because I hope now you know how to do this. Q2, what formula will you use here? ml. Mass is how much? 10. How much is the latent heat of of ice? It's given as 336. Multiply them. What will you get? 3360 joule. Then Q3. Now how will you find out Q3? Again, what formula you have to use? mc delta T. Mass is 10. Now C of ice. So be very careful when you are doing the substitution of specific heat. By mistake you might put 2. Okay, I already made that mistake, guys. See, water 22, water 0. It should have been 4.2 here, correct? It should have been 4.2. So this answer will become what now? 840 joule. See, this is the mistake which I already made. Here C is what? 2.1 and delta T is 10. So you will get 210 joule. Now we'll find out the total heat. How do you find total heat? Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. So how much is Q1? 840. Q2 3360. Q1 210. Add all of them. We are getting 0, 1, 1 carry over, 14, 4410. Okay. So something is wrong, guys. Okay, this mass must be 100 gram. It's printed 10 in my textbook. So it must be 100 gram out here. Yeah. Okay, it's not come clear in the photocopy in my book. So guys, everywhere now we'll have to add up what? 1 zeros everywhere. The whole problem got messed up. So we'll add up 110 everywhere. So we'll get 44100 joule. Now what are they asking us in the question? That is another catch now. Calculate the average rate of heat extraction in watt. So first of all, what do you mean by rate of heat? Meaning rate of energy, rate of work. That means what? Power. So you have to make out that you are asked to find power. There are two ways. You could make out from that rate of heat, or you can make out from the units watt. Watt is the unit of power. So we'll do power is equal to heat upon time. Heat is 44100, time is 4410, so it will be what? 10 watt is the answer. Okay, done. Now after fifth one, we are going to try problem number 1. You can try one also on your own. Fifth one, we'll mark it as 2 star. Now the problem number 1. Let's see now in the first problem, 10 gram of ice at 0 degree centigrade absorbs 5460 joule of heat energy to melt and change to water at 50 degree. Calculate the specific latent heat of fusion of ice. Okay, so I'll just write down all the details first. Mass is equal to 10 gram. It absorbs a total heat of 5460 joule to melt and change to water at 50 degree. So see, in this problem, okay, C is given to us 4200 joule per kg per Kelvin. What are you asked to find out? Specific latent heat of fusion. So L is equal to question mark. Guys, now in this problem we are given, this is in gram, right, which is a CJS unit, rest all are SI unit. So what we can do is, we can either convert gram into kg, or I will write this as 4.2 joule per gram per Kelvin. See, divided by 1000 to convert joule per kg into joule per gram. Now what was given in the problem? We were given that ice at 0 is converted to water at 50 degree. So let's start. Ice at 0 to water at 50. Tell me what will be the flow chart. So ice at 0 will become what? Water at 0 degree. And water at 0 will become what? Water at 50 degree. So what will be your Q1 is equal to ml. What would be your Q2 is equal to mc delta T. Mass is 10 and L is what? We don't know. So it will be how much? 10L. Now what will be Q2 is equal to M is 10, C is 4.2, and what is the delta T? From 0 to 50, so delta T becomes what? 50. Multiply. What will it become now? 42 into 50, so it's 2100 joule. But according to the question, your total heat is equal to Q1 plus Q2. So 5460 is equal to 10L plus 2100. 10L is equal to 3360. So what is L equal to? 336 joule per gram. But how will good students write? 336000 joule per kg. That's the SI unit. So you may write your final answer in the SI unit. Okay. First one, guys, this sum was again a 2-star problem. Now the next problem we are doing is the problem number 3. Okay. Problem number 3 is a 3-star problem, just it's a little different problem, though after solution you may not feel so. A molten metal of mass 150 gram. So a molten metal, underline molten metal. Molten metal means what? The metal is in a liquid state. So it's a liquid metal basically. Of what mass? 150 gram. The mass of the metal is equal to 150 gram. It is kept at its melting point of 800 degrees centigrade. It's a metal, so the melting point is too high now, 800 degrees centigrade. When it is allowed to freeze, underline the word freeze, there is a change in the state. Meaning liquid metal will become what? Solid metal. And when liquid metal will become solid metal, it will give out solid amount of heat. That is 75,000 joule they have given. and what is the specific latent heat of the metal. So see, what I'll do, I'll make a flowchart for these also now. You're also given the C in the problem. It is 200 joule per kg and per Kelvin. See, now what does the question say? That you had liquid metal here. We had a liquid metal at what temperature? 800 degrees centigrade, and you start freezing it. So your liquid metal will become what? Solid metal at 800 degree centigrade. Solid metal will become what? Again solid metal only, but there is going to be a drop in its temperature, minus 50 degree, because you are decreasing its temperature. Now first part, they said that the heat which it gave out was 75,000 joule when it was freezing, and you are asked to find what? Latent heat. Now how do you find out latent heat here? So when liquid metal converts to solid metal, what formula are we going to use? Q1 is equal to ml. Q1 is 75,000, mass is 150, and L we do not know. On solving, you will get L is equal to 500 joule per gram, which is 500,000 joule per kg in SI unit, which is 5 into 10 raised to 5 joule per kg in the standard form. Okay. If you can afford to write in this form, it's better you write it like this only. Now solid metal 800 to solid metal at minus 50. So first tell me, what is delta T for this? While you cooled it from 800 to minus 50, what is the delta T? So the delta T will be what? 800 minus 50, which is equal to 850 degree centigrade. Correct? You are asked to find how much heat will it give out in going from here to here, this temperature to this temperature. So what's the formula? mc delta T. Mass is 150 gram. C is how much? 200. Delta T is how much? 850. So this is in joule per kg, right? RC. So I'll convert this gram also into kg. So we have two options, either convert gram to kg or convert this joule per kg into joule per gram. I converted gram to kg this time. Now so now what will be the total Q? So you have to cancel 1, 2, 3 zeros. You can cancel here also 1, 2, 3 zeros. What is 15 into 2? 30 into 850. So you will put 2 zeros, 240, 255, 25,500 joule, or 2.55 into 10 raised to 4 joule. That's a standard form. Okay, now next problem we are doing is the problem number 4. That's a board question, 2018. Okay, guys, now fourth problem is a 2-star problem. They are saying a solid metal of mass 150 grams. So little similar problem only. Mass is equal to 150 gram. Melts at its melting point of 800 degree centigrade by providing heat at the rate of 100 watt. So we are supplying heat at the rate of 100 watt, meaning 100 joule per second. The time it took to melt completely at the same temperature was 4 minutes. 4 minutes is how many seconds? 240 seconds. They're asking us what is the specific latent heat of fusion. So now its melting point is of 800 degrees centigrade. So there is only a change in the state. So basically what is happening in this, that a liquid metal at 800, sorry, it was not liquid metal, it was a solid metal. So we are converting a solid metal into what? A liquid metal by heating it. Correct? So there is a change in the state. So what formula are we going to use? Q is equal to ml. Now see, we know the formula of power is what? Q upon T. But what is Q over here? ml, because there is a change in the state. So what will be your L equal to? Power into time upon M. Now what is your power? 100. What is the time? 240. What is the mass? 150 gram. Do this cancellation here. 3 5s are 3 8s are 5 1s are 5 20s are. So you get 160 joule per gram. 160 000 joule per kg. Or I can write it as what? 1.6 into 10 raised to 5 joule per kg. Got it? It was simple. It's just that they have mixed up the concept of power and the latent heat, the change in state. Then next one is a problem number 12. Now guys, in the problem number 12, okay, guys, see, in this 12th sum they are saying that there is 2 kg of ice which melts when water at 100 degree. Okay guys, so actually 12th sum is a POM sum, so we'll do 12th sum later on. I'm doing first right now sum number 15. Okay, this is sum number 15, 2 star. In sum number 15, it's given that the mass of ice is 200 gram. We are converting ice at 0 into water at 0 in 1 minute. And you are supplying the heat at a constant rate. Underline heat at a constant rate, meaning what? You are giving what? Basically constant power. So you have not changed the power. In how much time will the 200 gram of water 0 converts to water at 20 degree? See, what does this problem mean now? First they are saying what? We had water, ice at 0 degree. So ice at 0 got converted into water at 0 degree. In how much time? It took 1 minute, which is 60 seconds. Then we converted water at 0 into what? Water at 20 degree. This thing took how much time? We have to find out. That's a question. You are given the mass, you are given L. L is given as what? 336 joule per gram. Now there's a catch in this problem. You are not given the C, that is a specific heat. So as I told you, since they have not given the specific heat, you will have to make an assumption. You will have to assume it yourself. So assumption, let C be equal to 4.2 joule per gram per Kelvin. Now see, in this ice to water and water 0 to water 20, remember they said you are supplying heat at a constant rate. It means powers are same. What is the power? 1. So power 1 is what? Basically heat upon time. Power 2 is also what? Heat upon time. Now what is the heat in first case? What will be Q1 equal to? ml, because there is a change in the state. What will be the Q2? mc delta T upon T2. We can cancel m on both sides. Just substitute now. L is 336, P1 is 60, C is 4.2, delta T is how much? 20, and upon T2. On cross multiplying, you will get T2 is equal to 42 into 2. I shifted this decimal and I removed this 0, so it became 42 into 2 into 60 upon what? 336. If you remember, I told you in the beginning, 42 ones are 42 how many times? 8s are 2 ones are 2 4s are 4 ones are 4 15s are. So T2 is equal to 15 seconds. That's the answer. Got it? So the time required to convert water 0 to water 20 is equal to 15 seconds. Now guys, we'll do problem number 12 first. Okay. Let's start the problem number 12. Now the problem which we are doing, they are all based on the POM. What do you mean by POM sums? Principle of mixtures or principle of calorimetry. So 12 sum though is an easy problem, but it's a principle of mixture sum. It's a 2-star problem. So they say 2 kg of ice melts when water at 100 degree is poured in a hole drilled in a block of ice. What mass of water was used, and you're given the data, specific heat and latent heat and all. So first, the mass of ice. How much is the mass of ice? 2 kg, and you're given C is equal to 4200 joule per kg per Kelvin. L is equal to 336,000 joule per kg. What mass of water was used? So now there are two things out here. There was 2 kg of ice, right? And they're asking us what mass of water was used. So here what do you have? Water at 100 degree. Now when you're mixing up ice at 0 to water at 0 degree, see what will happen. So first we'll make the flow chart here also. So look, ice at 0 and you have what here? Water at 100 degree. First, when you mix up ice at 0 and water at 100 degree, obviously ice will absorb heat, water will lose heat. But now here the most important question is that what would be the final temperature of this mixture? Okay, that's the only catch in the problem. To find out what will be to understand what is the final temperature of the mixture. So what would be the final temperature? It will be 0 degree. So ice 0 will absorb heat and it will become what? Water at 0 degree. Water 100 will become what? Water at 0 degree. How did I realize that the final temperature is 0 degree? So if you read the question properly, they said you had a block of ice. So you have a huge quantity of ice, maybe 20 kg, 30 kg something. And out of that only 2 kg is melting. Correct? Now the final temperature have to be 0 degree only. The reason being, if it was 1 degree, then rest of the ice block wouldn't have existed. All the ice would have melted, but that did not happen. And ice, the temperature cannot go below 0 degree because ice itself is at what? 0 only. That's how we make out. So that was a catch in this problem. So Q1 is equal to Q2. So we can say MC delta T, okay, is equal to is equal to ml of, sorry guys, made a mistake here also. First we'll write the statement. According to principle of mixtures, heat gained by ice is equal to heat lost by water, assuming no heat is lost to the surrounding. You have to write that statement also. Now what is the heat gained by ice? So it will be ml, right? What will be the heat lost by water? So it will be mc delta T. Now let's put the values. M1 is what? 2 kg. L is what? 336,000. M2 we don't know. C of water 4200. Delta T was a change in the temperature. Water 100 to water 0. So it is 100 degree. Now we can cancel 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 zeros. Again, do you remember 42 ones are? 42 will go how many times? 8 times. What is 2 into 8? 16. What is 16 upon 10? 1.6. So M2 is equal to 1.6 kg. That's your final answer. So we need 1.6 kg of water at 100 degree so as to melt 2 kg of ice at 0 degree. Okay, so that was the problem number 12. Now we'll do problem number 6. Guys, in the problem number 6 now, it's a 2-star problem again, simpler problem actually. So in an experiment, 17 gram of ice is used to bring down the temperature of 40 gram of water. So we've got your ice and you've got what? Water. I'll repeat the question again. In an experiment, 17 gram of ice is used to bring down the temperature of 40 gram of water at 34 degree centigrade. Water is 34 degree centigrade to its freezing temperature. Underline freezing temperature. Freezing temperature means what is the temperature? 0 degree. So water 34 comes down to water at 0 degree. Now guys, if they don't give the temperature of ice, remember by default you have to take it as what? 0 degree. So here also I0 will become what? Water at 0. Again Q1 is equal to what? Q2. That's your M1 and that's your M2. Now we are also given, you are asked to calculate the specific latent heat of ice, and the specific heat of water is given to us as 4.2. Okay. According to POM, principle of mixture, again, what can you say? Heat gained by ice. Heat gained by ice is equal to heat lost by water. Assuming no heat is lost to the surrounding. Okay, so there is the principle. Yes, now heat gained by ice will be equal to what? ml. Again, heat gained by loss by water is equal to mc delta T. Let's substitute again. Mass is 17, L we don't know. M2 is 40, C is 4.2 and delta T is 34. Very simple calculations. 0 and 0 gets cancelled. 17 ones are, 17 twos are. So L equal to what is 4 into 2? 8. 8 into 42. But what is 42 into 8? We already learned 336 joule per gram, or 336,000 joule per kg is the answer. Okay. Now next one is the problem number 7. Okay, guys, problem number 7 is also a good problem. It's a 3-star problem. Now they say the temperature of 170 gram of water at 50 degree. So we have got water at 50 degree. That is what? 170 gram. And and it is lowered to 5 degree by adding certain amount of ice. So water 50 will come down to water at 5 degree by adding a certain quantity of ice. How much is the ice? We don't know. So the temperature of ice is 0 degree. And the final temperature is 5 degree. So basically your ice at 0 degree will first become what? Water at 0 degree. Water at 0 degree will then become what? Water at 5 degree. Find the mass of the ice added. How much amount of ice was added? Okay. Specific heat of water is 4200. C is equal to 4200 joule per kg per Kelvin. And the specific heat of latent heat of ice, so L is equal to 336,000 joule per kg. So basically you have to do what? Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2, or I can say Q1 is equal to Q2 plus Q3 also. because water is losing heat. To whom? Ice. So guys, out here now, again, according to principle of mixtures, write the whole statement and then we write the equation Q1 is equal to Q2 plus Q3. Now Q1 is what? Water 52, water 5. So what will be Q1 is equal to? So you'll have to do what? M C delta T 1. Q2 will be what? M L, correct, plus Q3 will be what? M, again C of water only, and delta T 2. Now substitute. What is M1? 170. C is 4200. Delta T is 25. But if you notice, our mass is in gram and this is in kg. So I'll do what? Upon 1000. Okay, M2 we don't know. What is L2? 336000 plus M2 into C is how much? 4200, and delta T is how much? From 0 to 5, so it will become 5 degree. Guys, see now how to make your calculation simpler. So we've got basically 3 terms out here. One first term, second term and third term. How to simplify them? So I can first cancel these 3 zeros and I'll cancel these 1, 2 and 3 zeros. Now let's look for something. If I can divide all of them by any number, what will you find out? I can divide all of them by 42. 42 hundreds are, 42 8000s are, and 42 ones are. Now if you look further, I can also divide all these brackets by number 25. 25 ones are, 25 fours are 100, and 25 will go how many times? So see, 8000 was what? Basically 80 into 100, right? That is 8000. So I'll divide 25 4 times. Those who are finding this method difficult, do not worry. You can just do a normal traditional method, multiply everything and you'll get a little longer calculation, but you'll get the correct answer. So now we've got over here what? 17 is equal to 80 into 4, 320 M2 plus 5 into 4, 20 M2. So 17 is equal to 340 M2. What is M2 is equal to? 17 upon 340, 1 upon 20 kg, which is equal to how many grams? So into 1000, so that becomes 50 gram. That's your answer. I'm writing the answer in gram because the quantity is too small otherwise, that's why. But the answer in the textbook is coming 90 gram, so something went wrong. Guys, some calculations are wrong here. Again mistake. I don't know what mistake I made. So you'll find out the mistake. Okay, I found the mistake now. Oh shit. Guys, this is not 25 degree. Some of you must have realized earlier only. So you will have to do 50 minus 5, 45. So all the calculations are wrong. Even the division and everything will go wrong. And your answer should come according to the textbook 90 gram. Okay, do it yourself guys. Check it now. I've done wrong. Okay. Then guys, now next problem. Number we did which one right now? 7th one. Correct? So yeah, I'll do the problem number 8 now. Sorry, not 8, 6, 7, 9. We are doing 9th one right now. So problem number 9th is a Dhasu problem guys here. If you want to know why it's a Dhasu problem, first try it on your own. Then you'll realize why it's a Dhasu problem. So now they are saying a piece of ice of mass 40 gram is added to 200 gram of water at 50 degree. So we have got basically 40 gram of ice at what temperature? 0 degree is added to 200 gram of water. 200 gram of water at what temperature? 50 degree centigrade. Calculate the final temperature of water when all the ice has melted. When all the ice has melted means what? Ice at 0 will become what? Water at 0 degree. Okay, they have just said that all the ice melted and find the final temperature. So let the final temperature be what? X degree. So water from 50 will come down to X degree. Okay guys, this is the flowchart what most of the students make, which is a wrong flowchart. Remember, you cannot have a mixture with two different temperatures. Your final mixture have to have the final temperature of the mixture has to remain the same. So what you have to do is that water at 0 will also raise its temperature to water at X degree centigrade. Look, I'll give you an example. Let's say final temperature, just assume any random temperature. Say final temperature was 20 degree. So water 50 will come to what? Water at 20. But ice 0 to water 0. Water 0 to water at 20 degree. That's all. So in exams, if you get confused, you can just assume any random temperature for both and then start solving it. Now, what do we have the conditions here? That Q1 plus Q2 will be equal to what? Q3. So you are given the mass of ice is 40 gram. You are given what else data? You are given C is equal to 4200. C is equal to 4200 joule per kg per Kelvin. And you are given L also. The latent heat is also given as how much? 336,000 joule per kg. So guys, again what you have to do, according to POM, principle of mixtures, heat gained by ice is equal to heat lost by water. So I can say Q1 plus Q2 is equal to Q3. That's your M2. Now what will be Q1? So it will be ML. Q2 will be what? M. Then it will be what? C delta T1. What will be Q3? M2 C delta T2. Now start substituting. What is M1? 40. What is L? 336. Note, this time I am taking all the values in CGS unit only. It's easier to calculate that way. That's why. Again, what is the mass? 40. What is the C? 4.2. And what is the delta T? It's going to be X minus 0. Guys, look, it is X minus 0, so I'm writing it as X is equal to M 200. C is how much? 4.2. And what will be the delta T? 50 minus X. Now let's start solving. So therefore, what can we cancel? 0, 0, 0, 0. Now let's start cancelling further. See, 42 1s are 42 1s are 42 8s are. Is there anything left? 4 1s are 4 2s are 4 5s are. What does your calculation become now? 40 into 2. So what will you get here? 80. Nothing is left here. So plus X. 5 into 50. 250 minus 5x. Simplify. 6x is equal to 170. X is equal to 170 upon 6. That's 85 upon 3, which is 28.33333 rounded off. It will remain 28.33 only. So that's the sum number 9. Now sum number 10. Again, if you want, pause the video and try sum number 10 on your own, guys. It's a similar type of a problem. Sum number 10 right now. Okay. So 10th one is again a Dhasu problem. Again, try on your own first. Okay, calculate the mass of ice needed to cool 150 gram of water in a calorimeter of mass 50 gram at 32 degrees centigrade. Oh my god. So now you've got 3 objects out here. Look. So you have to calculate so I'll just tell you what is happening in this first in short. So you have a calorimeter which was filled up with what? Water. So this calorimeter is filled up with water. in this we are dropping a cube of ice. Okay, we are dropping a cube of ice into this. So the ice will lose the heat to whom? To the water and to the calorimeter. So this time water and calorimeter, they both are absorbing heat. So let's start. So first column I will make it of ice. Now see, I'll start reading the problem. Calculate the mass of ice needed. So M1 is equal to question mark. To cool 150 gram of water. So you've got here water of how much mass? 150 gram. In a calorimeter of mass 50 gram. So now there is a calorimeter also of how much mass? 50 gram. At 32 degree centigrade. So remember that the temperatures of both of them would always remain the same. Like the calorimeter or the calorimeter and its contents will always have the same initial temperature, whereas ice will be what? At 0 degree if not given. They are saying the final temperature is 5 degree. Final temperature is equal to 5 degree. So let's start. So ice at 0 would become what first? Water at 0 degree. Water at 0 will become what then? Water at 5 degree, because the final temperature is 5. Now ice and water, they both are, okay, ice is gaining heat from whom? From the water and calorimeter. Okay, remember we are dropping a cold object, so it's going to absorb heat, not release heat. Water at 32 will come to what? Straight water at what? 5 degree, nothing else. And calorimeter at 32 degree will also come to calorimeter at 5 degree centigrade. So this time you've got 4 Q's. Q1 plus Q2 is equal to Q3 plus Q4. Again, according to POM, what can we say? Q1 plus Q2 is equal to Q3 plus the Q4. Now start substituting. What is Q1 equal to? So what formula will we use for Q1? It is melting of ice. So M1L. Q2 will be what? M1C delta T. Q3 will be what? M2C delta T2. Plus, I'll write here 3 only. Okay, there is no delta T2, but I'm writing 3 so that we have M3 T3, that's why. Plus, okay, no, I can write 2 only then, sorry, I don't need 3. Plus M3 C3 and delta T also 3. So we've got only C here actually, and okay, no, all, yeah, this is C of water, this is also C of water, so I'm writing it as C only. Guys, look, now this substitution is very important. These are all 5 mark problems. They come for 5 marks in section 2, 4 to 5 marks. Sometimes 6 also it is come for. Now what is the mass of ice? We don't know. Correct? What is L of ice given in the problem? Let's check. It's given 330. I don't know now. It will may make more difficult, because if it was 336 it would cancel with all these numbers, but now it's given 330 plus M1 into C is how much of water? It's given as 4.2, and delta T 0 to 5 is what? 5, is equal to M2, mass of water 150, C of water is 4.2, and delta T is what? 32 minus 5, 27, plus M350, C3. What is C of calorimeter? It's 0.4, and delta T is also what? 27. So out here we can cancel 5 ones are, 5 twos are, 2 ones are, 2 20 ones are. So here I will get 351 M1. Now here cancel 0 and 0. So we'll have to do what? 15 into 42 into 27. Cancel 0 and 0 here also. So you have basically, what I'll do is I'll take this 27 common in brackets. I'll get 15 into 42 15 into 42 is how much now? 15 into 42 is how much? 420. So 15 2s are 30, 0, 3 carry over, 15 4s are 16, 3 6 30, plus 5 4s are, so it will go what? 20. So what is the M1 equal to now? It will be 27 into 650 upon 351. Now we can cancel this with 9. 9 3s are 27. 9 3s are 27. 8 remainder 81. 9 9s are 3 1s are 3 13s are. Okay, calculation was simple. 13 5s are 65, so it will be 50 gram. That's your answer. Okay, then guys, problem number 11. Problem number 11 is also a similar type of problem. So actually try to pause the video and then try to solve it on your own, and if you're not getting it, then only you continue the video further. Okay, we'll start. 11th one is a Dhasu problem. So again, 250 gram of water at 30 degree centigrade. So we've got here what? Water at 30 degree centigrade. Mass is equal to what? 250 gram of water. It is contained in a copper vessel of mass 50 grams. So this is water, then there is a copper vessel. So the vessel will also have what? Same temperature, but the mass of vessel is given as how much? 50 gram. Then they say calculate the mass of ice required. Now how much ice is required? How much ice? So ice will be at what temperature? 0 degree. You want the final temperature to be what? 5 degree. So first, water and vessel, they both are giving out heat to water. So water 30 will become what here? Water at 5 degree. Remember, vessel 30 will become what? Vessel at 5 degree. I0 will become what? Water at 0 degree. Water at 0 will become what? Water at 5 degree. So you've got Q1 plus Q2 is equal to Q3 plus Q4. Okay, so we'll write what? According to POM, principle of mixture, Q1 plus Q2 is equal to Q3 plus Q4. So just substitute everything. What will you write for Q1? It will be M1 C delta T1. What will be Q2? M2. This is C of water, so I'll write 1. This is C of vessel, delta T2, equal to ml of ice, because ice is melting, plus again what? MC delta T. MC delta T. Now you can start substituting over here. So what will this become now? So therefore M1 is what? 250. What is the C of water given to us? It's given to us as 4200. So I'll take it as what? 4.2 in CGS. What is delta T from 30 to 5 degree? 25. So that's your first bracket. Plus mass of vessel is 50. C of vessel is given as 0.4. Okay, it's given as 400. So it will become what? 0.4. Purpose they give 0.4 to make the calculation tougher. What is delta T? 25 is equal to M3. We don't know. What is your L out here? So latent heat of ice is also, it's given to us how much? 336, plus the last bracket is M3 into C is 4.2 and delta T of water is what? 5. We cannot divide all these terms by 42. See why? Because they gave only 4. If it was given 42 upon something, it would have been easier. So now 5 ones are, 5 twos are, 2 ones are, 2 21s are. When you add this, you will get 357 M3. Cancel this 0 and 0. Cancel this 0 and 0. What is 25 fours are? 100. 100 into 5, 500 here. Out here you have 25 into 42. So first 25 into 42. So what would that become? 25 into 25 is otherwise what? 625. So then 625 into what now? 42. So it will become 1250 and then 2500. So 26250. 26250. And then guys, do the calculations on your own. Try it out. They have given answer is 74.93. I'm just writing the direct answer. I'm not sure. Check in the textbook. Okay, I'll tell you one more thing, guys. If you want to solve this problem, if you want, take these as 0.42 for vessel. Take C of vessel as 0.42. I'm just, for our convenience, I'm saying, not that you have to solve it like that in the exams. But if you solve it C as 0.42 and then you check your answer, it'll come some perfect number. Check out. I'll discuss the answer in the class. Guys, behind this you have to, other than this, you have to, okay, fine. So, yeah.